Hi, I'm Jeremiah Biaska here with Biaska Knives, and I just thought I would show you how I make a knife. So what I have here is I have a template. This is a new design that I just came up with, and today I'm going to be profiling this blade and drilling out some holes. So what I got here is I got my bar stock. This is 01 tool steel. It's 3/16 inches thick by 2 inches wide by 36 inches long. And so today we're going to get a knife blank profiled and drilled. So yeah, follow along. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to get this template marked out onto the steel. So the way I like to do that, I like to lay it out, hold it, grab my Sharpie, mark off the length, and what I like to do, I just take my Sharpie and color this whole thing. This is going to make it a lot easier to see our lines when we scribe them. Having a dark color, because when we take that scribe and we scratch that outline, it's going to look like shiny steel through a black background, which is going to make it a lot easier to see. Okay, so now that we got our steel colored, what we want to do is we want to take our template, just lay it on there, scribe, and pull the cover off that. What you want to do, this is just a Bristol paper template, so it's kind of flimsy, so you want to hold it pretty still. You're going to take your scribe and you're just going to scratch an outline of your template. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, and using a scribe like this, it's not going to be. These are fairly hard to control because you got to push pretty hard to get this to bite into the steel. And it's going to want to go all over the place, but just stick with it as best you can. And this is just going to give us a rough shape. We're going to refine this shape on the grinders. So I'll just get this section here. Get this here. Get this little finger notch here. And the blade. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to zoom in here a little bit. You can kind of see it, but that template is now scratched onto that surface. So now what we do is we cut. Okay, so now it's time to cut off our stock from the main bar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my angle grinder and we're going to nip it off right there. So let me get my safety stuff on and we'll get started. Okay, very important. Always wear gloves. Always wear safety glasses. hearing protection because this thing is really loud, and you always want to wear at least one of these because there's a lot of dust flying around. That stuff's bad for you if you breathe it in. So, alrighty, now we'll get to cutting this thing out. Okay, now we got the basic shape, cut out for the most part. It's still really rough, but you can start to see some semblance of a knife here. So we're done with the angle grinder, and we're gonna refine this shape into a rough profile with the bench grinder. And don't laugh at my setup. I don't have a stand for my bench grinder, so what I end up doing is clamping my bench grinder to my my drill press table. So anyways, that's how I do it. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. So here we go. Safety equipment. Well, there it is. That's our knife blank rough profiled on the bench grinder. So overall, cutting it out with the angle grinder and profiling it with the bench grinder, that probably took 20 minutes to half an hour, rough guess. So now what we want to do is I'm going to get out the belt grinder and we're going to further refine this profile and get it pretty smooth and get all the lines, all the curves nice and curvy and all the straight parts nice and straight. So yeah, on to the bench grinder.